Football Uncut.
The Fasco Cup 2025 is gradually coasting home as we already have the semi-final right upon us. On today's episode of the Fasco Cup special, we shall be looking at some of the teams, some of the promising teams, those teams that look very promising at the start of the competition, but unfortunately couldn't make it as far as the semi-final. And then that brings us straight into the show. There's a football uncut Fasco Cup special. My name hasn't changed. I remain my humble servant, Samuel Sport, and I have alongside with me, yes, my co-analyst on the show talking about Dami Kroon. DK, Biology.
Very good, looking so far as what Fasco competition has been going on, and the great talents we have been seeing, the great officiating we have been seeing, the great fans that we have been seeing so far. If you are not at the Idofade Echo feed, my brother, you miss a lot because plenty action they go on, and young talents, beautiful people at the Echo feed to experience this great competition. Honestly, it's a great one for the people of Alimosho and Ayobo.
As the 2025 edition, has it lived up to expectation?
Definitely, because the crowd we have been seeing game by game, every match day, it is something very great.
Talking about the crowd, what do you feel say they attract people come this competition? Because left to me, I feel talk say I never see that kind of crowd for grassroots football before.
Honestly, thanks to the organizer.
And it's not just once; it is almost in almost every match day.
Matches, thank for the organizer because the competition brings a lot to the community of Ayobo. Can you imagine? Some people I never see for the last 3 years. Pasco bring and come from you.
That's another beautiful thing about the competition.
Honestly, because I was so surprised. My nigga, don't shame me.
It unites people who have not seen for a very long time.
Honestly, because that's what this beautiful and this nice competition has done so far for the community of Ayobo. The networking, the great people, the action, the talent, and also the big names that bring into the Ayobo. And also the economic wise, Anton Tagambe, and Lokada, Anton Tepa.
People are there, people's businesses have been growing because Fasco
honestly
is ongoing.
Honestly, and I know that when this competition is over along,
my family of them does not even want it to end.
Honestly, because of what this competition has done so far to the community.
Okay, straight to the footballing aspect now. The competition started with one or two teams and looking very promising, like favorites for the trophy. But some of them are no longer in the competition as we approach, as we are looking at the semi-final. Which of these teams for you do you think has finally disappointed by not reaching the semi-final?
Football. Football is a beautiful sport, one of the best sports in the world. It doesn't matter the kind of qualities you have.
It's very unpredictable.
Unpredictable. Well, first I'll say MDM.
No, please don't mention MDM because MDM has left the competition long ago.
Okay. I will say new generation.
With the weird manner
exactly
the short MDM.
MDM. Honestly, it's also surprising.
They collapsed.
Honestly, I wasn't expecting that because I was expecting the kind of fight they put against MDM
to take them all the way.
Looking at the way they lost against Shanks, it's also surprising. A 4-2 at their home ground.
In fact, the ghosts were just coming for Shanks with relative ease.
Honestly, to a debutant Shanks, it's also surprising.
Yeah, it even looked as if they really wanted to score more, they would have gotten more.
Honestly, so it's also surprising.
The storming that looked like a solid rock in the defense against MDM was just a shadow of himself completely.
Honestly,
on that day.
Honestly, that's his football for you. That sometimes, and honestly, I don't really say it was a bad game for Stormy. It might be a bad day for him, you understand, but looking at what MDM, mid generation rather, honestly, the performance that day was so low to what I was expecting.
Okay, another team for me that I think we all expected to go the way, but didn't, for me, is El Cadiz.
Yeah, yes. Another beautiful side, another great side with two great strikers. Too bad. I don't know why they had to change their goalkeeper. What was going on in that
Okay,
team when they had to change
for,
their goalkeeper?
okay, for you, that was their undoing.
Yes, because why would you change your winning formation, your winning strength? Because looking at, I think Ekadis was like was leading like 2-1. A mistake from that goalkeeper.
Yes, immediately they went ahead.
Honestly,
In less than 2 minutes, the goalkeeper failed to deal with a long ball into his area, and that was how Dazzling were able to equalize in that game.
Come into that game, and I also give it to that next time because coming to that match, some of the players were not, but immediately the coach, kudos to Coach Eric, immediately he knows what was going on. Immediately he changed the game. But look at this, honestly, I don't know why they had to change their goalkeeper.
Another good side for me that has also disappointed by not getting to the semi-final or by getting knocked out before now. I think it should be Ophel FA.
Yes, Akara, so bad, so bad. But that's football, and also we won't say that are so bad in the competition because come to that quarter final
So round of 16.
round of 16 rather, they have a match before. So definitely
Somewhere else.
Yeah, somewhere else. Definitely fatigue will tell you know you cheat football, you know it. You know
So
it.
let's say it's tiredness of fatigue reflected in them.
Yes, it's very because looking at that match it was a 1-0.
Because Okoyemi Pablo was not up to the standard seen from him
definitely. So
before that particular
you
game.
can see that fatigue really telling in that match. And kudos to Akara. All the tactical display and tactical instruction was telling on that field, but it was so many limited because the players were so fatigued and they couldn't, carry out the kind of tactical expression he needed in that match. I feel so bad for him.
Okay, for Oshel, if you haven't got knocked out at that stage, which of the players do you think you should be looking forward to from that Oshel side?
I think Okoyemi Pablo because he's a very skillful player, a very good midfielder.
Probably their best performer in that tournament up to that stage.
Yeah, definitely. And also they have a good defender in the name of Ndoye, very utility player. He can play at the midfield, he can play at the back line too. So it's also a beautiful watch doing at the back line also for FA and FA.
Another team that I think also we have many of us expected so much from, but disappointed somehow somewhere is Dr. Watt.
The beautiful Ateta side. It's so bad too also that goalkeeper messed up at the 10 minutes.
Another goalkeeper's outlet costing that team.
Honestly, I don't know what
the way Amana they crashed out was really painful.
Honestly, I don't know what is going through the mind of this coach. Is changing your formation strength, like you're starting up.
I guess it is a Guardiola team overthinking.
I don't know, but they have to stop it, especially at the critical stage. At the knockout, you don't, because you don't know if that goalkeeper is a good luck charm to that stage.
It's technically a good luck charm when it comes to football.
Definitely. So yes, there are some certain scenarios because if that goalkeeper was in that place, that's kind of some mistake that will never happen.
As a matter of fact, the mistake that led to that goal that sent Dr. Watts packing is actually unforgivable on the part of Dr. Watts goalkeeper on that they're talking about Samuel. But do you think if that goal hadn't gone in, do you see Dr. Watts scaling through on penalties because we are just few seconds away from penalties?
Honestly, they have a beautiful side, and so bad I will not see my guy Ateta. My guy is so beautiful to watch, and I see so far I haven't seen a midfielder that have a ball distributor like him, and so bad I won't see him no longer.
And even talking about Ateta, he started with so much energy. In fact, he powered in a free kick to put Dr. Watts ahead in that game, but he didn't finish that game with the same energy he started with. Another very important part of that game that affected Dr. Watts all the way. Okay, those are just the sides that I think have been disappointed
so far.
So far, we expected so much for them. We expected at least these teams should be making it. One of these teams, if not all of them, should be making it to the semi-finals. But unfortunately, they are no longer there. But among those teams that are now that have made it to the semi-final, we have there's Shanks in the semi-final. There's Lion Art. There's TIG. Waiting to be decided is either OFLFC
and Lucas.
Or Lucas. Which among all of these 5 teams do you think were expected to be at this stage?
Well, first say Lion Heart because they have an home advantage in terms of the fans.
The only Ayobot
Team,
team.
yeah, and also they have a good coach. Kudos to Coach JJ of his tactical display, tactical instruction rather in their quarter final.
Nobody saw it coming. That
Honestly.
Shanks, debutant Shanks will be at this stage.
Now, we're looking at Shank that they're very strong side. You should know that when you see Shanks play, you know say all this one they train, all this one they be team, they no be sharakbo. If you look the way they play,
There's cohesiveness,
yes, exactly. You see
team
that,
chemistry.
yes, you know say all this one no be sharakbo. Also, where they come from, they they train together. And kudos to their coach for what they have done so far in that team. Because I wasn't expecting them to get to the semi final. And if they get to
Nobody does.
honestly, I know. And if they get to the final, kudos to them.
And what about Lucas
Ah,
and Ophel FC?
God, that will be this another match is the final before final. Because Ofian FC is a very good
By the
side.
time this episode is going to be out, that match I think that match must have been decided. But either of these two teams that makes it to the semi-final, you think deserves to be in the semi-final?
Definitely, Ofian FC deserve to be in the final. Also, look at because looking at what they have done so far in the competition, they have been so fantastic. But although Ofian FC in the group stage, they were a little bit shaky.
It was looking as if
Yes,
they are going to bottle it.
yeah, but looking at what they play in the round of 16 and their last match in the group stage, they have to be there.
So for some, do you agree with those people that feel that either the winner between Lucas and Ophiel should be going all the way to take the title?
And yeah, definitely because Lucas have been so great. Looking at the young side they have, they be so fantastic, so fantastic. And Joseph, their midfielder, the engine room of that team, the Golo Kante of Lucas FC, and also looking at Mata and Victor, aka Messi, looking at what those teams and Pedro, their striker, you know what they have done so far in that team, they deserve to be in the final. Those talents need to be in the final to watch.
Talking about individual display now, the revelation, the keys on the block for me for this tournament has to be a certain Papi Johnson and of course Sunday Odediran, both of Ejo FC. Those guys, it looks like the future is very bright for them.
First of all, kudos to those kids. Looking at the last display against Lucas FT, the fans will always say, I'm going to try you, Kudos to Papi, first of all, because the strength he has to go back and forth as a right back.
I think the best two assists for this tournament has to be from him.
Yeah,
the
for
one against Leye
Leye
FC, and that goal against Lucas FC,
Lucas
the
FC.
first goal.
He's a very great talent.
And what about the energy level of Sunday? Running things from the midfield, joining the attack, returning to retrieve the ball back.
Honestly, Victor, Sunday rather. I don't know why I keep saying Victor.
You understand? He's the younger brother of Victor.
So looking at what Sunday have done so far to Ejo FC, I would say it's also part of the player that let them get to where they are. Because without him, I don't think
they would have gotten to that stage.
Yeah, and look at the fight he pulled against Lucas FC because I could die.
Everybody wants to see the battle between himself and his elder brother, and they were not disappointed.
Honestly, kudos to Sunday.
As we're talking about individual performances, Victor Odedi, aka Messi, the most valuable player of last year's edition, is really yet to come into full life so far this year. Or what do you think?
I would think the life of Mata and Pedro has kind of dimmed. But
they've reduced his influence in the team, kind of.
Honestly, because looking at what Mata has done so far, someone that scored 2 free kicks in the match. You go to look at Victor won.
He won the man of the match again in the round of 16 game against.
Looking at Victor's self is not bad. aka Messi, he's not really bad because the strength, the attack strength he had to that team can't be left out at all. And he has been so great from the start to the competition to the end. The attack force with him, Pedro and Mata has been so fantastic.
And who do you think might end up as the MVP at the end of this year's edition?
If Lucas
Gets to the final.
gets to the final, I think Joseph, to me, my own opinion,
Joseph,
yes,
not matter.
no matter. Honestly.
You think Joseph will take it in essence of
Honestly.
matter if Lucas gets to the final?
Honestly, because it be like say Joseph get like 5 or 6 long inside him belle. Because of
With all of the things that matter does on the ball.
honestly, my brother. Because Joseph is the strength of that team, whether we like it or not. Without him, that team is something else.
Okay, we'll definitely come back and look more into that, plus the most outstanding goalkeeper, most outstanding defenders, and the rest of them before the final itself. Okay, that's be the size of this episode of the Fasco Cup special. Just like I said, by the time this episode will be out, the last semi-final game between Ophiel FC and the Lucas FC must have gone down, and the semi-finals to PM will be complete. So just go all out to the Ayabo Sports Arena, popularly known as Epo Field, right there in Idowu. Go and enjoy the best of semi-final. I think you can't get any better than this. The semi-final will be a mouth-watering one on Saturday and on Sunday. Go and just enjoy this coming weekend with the best of grassroots football. My name hasn't changed. Samo Sport, Mr. Bassa, saying keep enjoying the best of grassroots football.
Yeah, this is your boy Dami Crane, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on our YouTube page. Thank you.
Unless I forget, we are very open to business. You can just contact us so that we can give you the best of media coverage for all of your grassroots competition, live commentaries, the photojournalism, the complete media coverage, everything, full package available with us. Till we meet again, enjoy the beautiful football coming your way.
Thank you.